Hi, my name is Simona Susnea and I'm a cinematographer. I started when I was 14 with photography. I did a stills photography course because I actually wanted to be a journalist. So it was like through stills that I got engaged with telling a story and then decided to apply to film school. Part of it was just like being totally naive about what the industry is, particularly where I'm from, Romania. I actually started working in the Romanian industry when I was still in film school back home. And because the industry is so tight and small, like people saw my work and I started working in commercials there. And at the same time, I was also doing short films. So that was my in the industry there, and then I moved to the UK just to do a master's. Especially with television, if we just kind of focus on that, they're taking a risk on you if you're like an up-and-coming DP or director. And it's all about reassuring your production team that you'll achieve the day. Apart from your creative input, is like, how do you actually lead your team? But I think it's also important that you meet the right director and the right producer that really believes in you, like creatively. So I think it's just about patience and working at it all the time and actually doing work that you fully believe in and like represents you, because that's what people respond to. Because I went to film school, I was never really on set with other DPs in a camera assisting role where I could observe how those big sets are working. I had to really teach myself everything and develop my own way of learning. I started with doing film school projects, short films, where it really all starts with a script, talking with the director. But then how do you develop that language from a visual point of view? For instance, I love doing a mood board and I do a lot of research when I'm like preparing for a project. And if I get the job, it's great because it gives me like a great starting point during prep. If I don't get the job, it's an investment in like my own creativity or like researching stuff that I didn't do before. So it's again like a learning process by doing a mood board like that. With Heartstopper, I interviewed for season 2. The graphic novel, as you say, was a huge inspiration because Alice Osman has like a very particular way of drawing, like very interesting angles, and that made me think this is very subjective, very personal, and I need to be close to the actors because that's what the graphic novel inspires me. With the H series, I just really connected with softness, how kind of they fall apart but they don't. There was color in the flares and I really loved that. They kind of became my favorite lenses. I used them again on season 3 and I would use them again like on other projects. On Sweet Sue, I used the primos. Primos just have a beautiful balance of being soft but not very soft. The flares are incredible, and again, like I love the color in the flares for the primos. I met Lee Mackey in 2011. I went to a masterclass in Budapest. We were like each doing our exercises, and Lee came over from London with a set of cameras and Panavision lenses, and that's how I got to use Panavision first time. They support my projects and they supported me when I was doing low budget short films when we didn't really have any money, and they were still interested in the creative part. So I did a lot of shorts on like 16, I went to Panavision, I did like shorts on digital, I went to Panavision, and it was just the build-up of the relationship. It's also the glass, right? Like it's what appeals to you and what speaks to you and what's available from Panavision that I match with in terms of my taste. There's a lot of like imbalance when it comes to what kind of privileges certain people have over others, like social class, gender, like race. That has a huge impact over like how you work, how you get hired. Believe in yourself, go for it, and try to experiment, like work with different people to really explore what's there for you and what you like.